Welcome, welcome! Once again, it's Unlucky here, and we are here with a brand new game. I mean, it's a new game. It's a new game for me. I haven't played this before. I played a demo a couple of years back. Played maybe like 5 to 20 minutes. Didn't really understand the game. Didn't really know what was going on. But now I know a lot more, even though I probably don't even know 50% of the game. But we are here. We are going to try our best to play this game. I'm going to start the career mode with the Belgian second division team Lommel SK, or SK, Lommel SK. And if you didn't know, they are... the club is owned by... the Manchester City group. So the owners that I have Manchester City, Melbourne City, New York City, Montevideo City, Yokohama Front Mariners, Troyes, Girona, Lommel, and I think one more or something like that. So they have a bunch of things. They have a bunch of clubs. I've tried to get the logo packs for this game, but it doesn't work. I've tried my absolute hardest. I've tried for 10 hours. There's been so many problems that I don't even want to get into. Uh, well, I mean, there's been problems with not having enough storage space on my computer. There's been problems with not having enough storage space on my browser. There's been problems with the actual website where I downloaded it from. There's been so many issues involving this, and I've spent 10 plus hours trying to fix the issue, but I haven't been able to. But fortunately, the team we're gonna use have their own badge. So yeah, here they are, Lommel SK. So they play in the Belgium second division. They have their own logo, same as all of the teams in the highest division. And with Lommel, we're gonna try and make them a big European team, but of course we're gonna try our best and make them a big team in Belgium. Yeah, we'll start with Lommel SK there. There's a bunch of teams here that I would be interested in doing as well. For example, Club NXT, which is Club Bruges second team. Young Genk, which is Genk's second team, and RSCA Futures, which are Anderlecht's second team. So those three teams I would love to do a career mode with as well someday. And in the highest division, there's not really a team that I would like to do a career mode with. I've done one with Mechelen in FIFA. I mean, in FIFA, I've probably done a career mode with most of these. I've done with Gent, Anderlecht, Club Brugge, Genk, Mechelen, Leuven, St. Gilles, Saint Liège, Sint-Truiden, Cercle Bruges. Yeah, so I've done a career mode with both of them. But this is not career mode. Going in here, I'm not quite sure if we're going to go for a quick start or an advanced setup. Let's go for an advanced setup, whatever that means. When viewing a profile, blah, blah, blah. Okay, active leagues. Leagues that are active contain more players and are simulated in higher detail, allowing you to see more stats. The more leagues that are set as active, the longer the wait between turns. You are able to change the active leagues later by choosing the Add Remove Leagues option from the FM menu. Use fake players and staff. Do not use real fixtures. Do not add key staff. Add players to playable teams. Disable first transfer window activity, disable player attribute masking, prevent control of teams with manager in place, prevent use of the in-game editor. I think, yeah, I think we're only gonna go for Belgium First National Division. Is that what it's called? But why are these coming up? Add remove leagues. So we're gonna remove French, English. There we go. Confirm Challenger Pro League and above. I think it's, you know what? We'll go back. Oh shit. Let's see here. I fucked up a little bit, but it's okay. Let's go. Okay, Challenger Pro League is what the league is called. We have to bear that in mind. Challenger Pro League. Advanced setup. We move on to here. Add remove league. So we're going to remove Holland, England, France. Confirm. So Challenger Pro League and above. There we go. Add players to playable teams. Let's see what this is. If playable teams are unable to fulfill particular squad requirement at the start of the new game, ticking this box will ensure that their player squad will be filled out with sufficient personnel. It is chiefly beneficial when running leagues which have been created or added through the editor and the teams included may lack a full complement of players. Okay. When disabled, this option adds key backroom staff such as blah 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 blah. Teams who do not have them. Okay, yeah, this looks decent. If selected, it would not be possible to assume control of a team that already has a manager when adding a new human manager. Okay. But yeah, I think all of this is fine. Yeah, I mean, we could choose another date maybe, but no. We're gonna go from the start, go through the basics here. You selected 2 leagues from 1 nation. The game will start in Belgium in June 2022. But how are there 2 leagues? You will all be able to manage a team in the Belgian leagues down to the selected level. Lower divisions will simulate realistic competitions, but no players from this league will be loaded. You may not manage a team in view-only leagues. Okay, I don't really know what all this means to be exact, but screw it. We're just gonna continue. We're just gonna jump right into this. I'm very new to this, so if you got any tips for me in the chat, please let me know. I could use all the help ever. You find out the club's fierce rivals and other rivals on the general screen from the team's overview dropdown. You can improve squad morale by winning football matches or rewarding them with new contracts. When viewing the Add New Manager screen, you can set a nationality for your manager, blah blah blah. Let's just use this profile. Yeah. Okay. So these are my coaching attributes. Attacking, defending. Let's just Let's just put everything here and see what we have. Okay. Attacking, we have 87 points. I think attacking should be like 10. Defending, maybe, you're gonna go there, 12 and 10. Fitness, let's go with 8. Working with youngsters, that's very important. Let's go with 12 on that one. Technical, let's go with like 7. Mental, that's also important. Let's go with 8. Tactical, let's go with 7. Goalkeeper shot stopping, that's important. Maybe like a cheeky 10. Goalkeeper handling, let's give him 7. Goalkeeper distribution, 7. So we have actually 9 points more to give. So let's put this up to 16. This to 14. And let's give working with youngsters 1 more point. Okay, let's do all of this from the beginning as well. There we go. 58 points in total. Player knowledge, youngster knowledge, adaptability, determination, motivation. I think youngster knowledge should be like 10. Player knowledge, also like 10. Determination, I would say like 8. Adaptability, maybe like 7. People management, let's go with like 6. Level of discipline, 8. Motivating, let's go with like a 10. We have 6 more points, so let's give 12, 12. 2 more points, let's put 1 there. And 1 there. There we go. Management style, focus, default, disciplinary. Okay, yeah, but I've changed these the way I really want them. Suggest badged based on Lommel SK. Plus suggest experience based on the Lommel XK. Yeah, I think I think we're good to go. You start playing or add additional managers. I don't really know what that means, but we're gonna start playing. There we go. Lommel SK have today confirmed the appointment of Eddie Karlsson as club's new manager. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football of the appointment of the inexperienced 25-year-old, and he's sure to face plenty of questions when faced to media for the first time in Suverän Stadion. Karlsson has put a pen to paper on a one-year deal worth 3.9 thousand euros per week. He replaced previous manager Steve Bold. Okay. James McCarran, Director of Football. I'd like to formally welcome you to Lommel SK. To get you acquainted with your new surroundings, you'll receive our introductory welcome pack. Before going on to finalize the vision and objectives we're to proceed together with. This is a momentous day and truly a sign of great things to come. Okay. Reputation, 2.5 stars. Media prediction, 3/3. Director of Football, Assistant Manager, Fierce Rivals, not announced. Okay. Founded in 1937. I swear it says 1932 on the badge here. Okay. Lommel SK will be looking to build on their mid-table finish in the Challenger Pro League last season. The arena has 8,000 capacity, built in 1992. Average training facilities, average youth facilities, and above average youth recruitment. The financial status is insecure. The transfer budget is 5 million euros. That's okay. And the wage budget is 90,290 per week. I think that's also very decent. In FIFA, this would be a very decent wage budget. The club enjoyed probably their best spell of success during the 2010s, although now enduring a 17-year barren spell, having not won a competition since 2005. Lommel SK still have a history with which they can be justly proud. Lommel SK won the Belgian second tier in 1992 and 2001 and were runners-up 4 times. Won the Belgian third tier in 1982, 1987 and 2005 and finished runners-up on 6 occasions and won the League Cup in 1998. Okay, so they actually have a couple of titles, you know. So they won the second league twice, they've won the League Cup once, and the third league 3 times. So they never actually won the highest division. I'm hoping that I will make a difference right there. Okay, so these are the players. And as I've said before, if you haven't really looked at this, if you haven't seen from the beginning, I've tried to add face packs, I've tried to add logo packs, but it doesn't work for me for some reason. I've tried for 10 plus hours and it doesn't work. So we're gonna have to go with what it is. I think it's really boring that there are no faces on a couple of these players, but we're just gonna have to live with that. It's not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, we'll live with that for now. I might be able to fix it and add that in a couple of days or at some point in the future. I don't know, but we're hoping for that. Okay, we're going to read this now. James McCarran, Director of Football. Your coaching staff have applied a brief overview of the current Lommel SK squad. They will provide you with a more comprehensive report in the coming days. Okay, so this is my striker, Kawe, and then we have Tordarsson, Abdirahman. Yeah, I know this guy. This guy played in the Swedish league for my favorite team's biggest rivals. I'm not going to use him that much. Mejovic, Neven, Henkens, Kayo Roque, Piero, Vuitens, Aguilar, and Ivesic. Here are a couple of players on loan. So we have Antef Sungui from Brighton, Aguilar from Manchester City, Enrik Osterk from Troja, Amar Abdirahman Ahmed from Troja, Metinho from Troja, Eric Monjonel from Girona, Vinicius Sosa from Espanyol, Filip Krastev from Levski. No, okay, so Vinicius Sosa is on loan to Espanyol. Krastev is on loan to Levski Sofia, I'm guessing. Koki Saito is on loan to Sparta Rotterdam. Manfred Ugald on loan to Twente. Ishak Talal Boussouf on loan to Belouizdad. Is that maybe like the Tunisian league or Algerian league? Maybe Moroccan? I don't know. Arthur Sales to Pacos Ferreira. Agustin Anello to Hajduk Split. Milan Trunbeeks to KVV Test Sport. And Christoph Kabongo to Podbresova. Okay. Okay, this is the outline of the board's vision for the future. I will be in touch shortly to discuss the finer details and to finalize our competition objectives for the coming season. Board alert, owner looking to sell. Due to the owner looking to sell the club, we have altered the 5-year plan. Until the situation has been resolved, we will hold off with setting any long-term plans. Strive to make progress on and off the pitch is the board culture. Okay. The actionable objectives is work within the budget. Shouldn't be a problem. And grow the club's reputation. Shouldn't be a problem. Informational objectives. We have no informational objectives for you at the present time. 5-year plan, end of current season. Finish in the Challenger Pro League's top 2 places. Okay, that's a big ask, but I'll try. Be competitive in the Belgian Cup. Eddie Carlson's contract expires at the end of 2023-24 season. Repair the club's financial damage. And plans will be set when the club's ownership is resolved. Okay, so the current owner is looking to sell the club, so they're not going to give me like a 5-year plan. Instead, they're just going to give me what I think is a 2-year plan, something like that. I'm already loving this, but I have a feeling this is going to be way too deep for me since I've played. I should probably put on the light on this one. I have a. It feels like this is going to be way too, like, what do you want to call it? Like, way too in depth, so that I won't be able to understand half of the things, because I'm used to playing FIFA, which has no depth at all. But yeah, continue here. Our supporter liaison officer has asked for you to be provided with details of the club's supporter culture and expectations. Finish in the Challengers Pro League top 2 places are the supporters' expectations. Okay, so they have the same expectations as the board has, basically, which are very high expectations. Okay, prior to your appointment as manager, the staff have been handling the majority of the day-to-day business and activity. Over the coming days and weeks, we will be in touch with introductory emails that are designed to give you an overview of the different areas of the club, allow you to undertake inductions into how they work, and ultimately decide which tasks you want to be personally responsible for and which ones you prefer to delegate. Scouting induction, transfers induction. Transfers induction was sent today. Scouting induction. Training induction, we'll wait for that one. Development center introduction. You know, we'll send the training, and I think we'll go with that for now, and we can do this some other time. So we'll go. Finally, please do not hesitate to let me know if you would like. Finally, please do not hesitate to let me know if you will like any of the arrangements below to be made. Once again, I welcome you to Lommel SK, and everyone at the club hopes that this is the beginning of a long and successful era. Schedule a press conference to meet the media. Yeah, sure. Arrange an intra-squad friendly to assess the squad when possible. Yeah. Arrange a meeting with the backroom staff. Let's do that maybe like every fortnight. Every month. Let's go every month. I'm not quite sure how important that is. The default was every week, but if that feels like it's way too much, we'll have it every month, and we'll see. I can probably change this at some other time. Save. Okay, Lommel. Yeah, we've seen this. Training introduction. Yeah, we'll train. We do that now. Okay, your primary tactic defines the tactical identity of the club and will help me determine the type of training to plan. You're also able to select up to 2 other tactics that will be trained for the purpose of gaining tactical familiarity. Okay. I will automatically plan. Oh my god, I cannot speak. I will automatically plan training based on the needs of the primary tactic as well as the stage of the season and my own personal preferences. But you are of course free to change the sessions at any point. These are made up of 3 sessions, 2 base sessions and 1 extra session. Okay, so session 1, physical outfield rest, physical outfield rest, physical outfield team bonding, overall match tactics rest, match practice, recovery, rest, rest, rest. Okay. Different sessions will have different impacts on things like attributes, tactical familiarity, and injury risk. Impacts vary depending on which unit a player is in. The unit, which is the primary focus of a session, will see the biggest impacts. Okay. I have to read this again. Okay. You can devise your own tailored training schedules from scratch or choose from a current list prepared by the coaching staff. If you want, you can devise your own tailored training schedules. This will allow you to really get into detail ahead of every match and ensure the players are properly prepared while also continuing to develop their individual games. By default, players will take part in the unit that best suits their position, but you're free to move player between units. This can be useful if you want to retrain a player's position. Okay. There's a bunch of players here that I recognize from before, but there's also a bunch of players that I don't recognize. We can actually go about these players and see which ones I know about and which ones I do not know about. I have not heard of any of the goalkeepers. I've heard of Stein Vuitens. I think he's played in the Belgium highest division for many years. I've heard of Granel. Um, I've heard of Jesper Thorinsson. I think he's from Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. I've heard of Kluivert Aguilar. I've heard of Tordarsson, Atakadiri, and Abdirahman Ahmed. So yeah, I've know of less than half. I think I might know of Kawe as well. I think he's played for maybe Ferencvaros or maybe in the Polish league. I'm not quite sure, but I recognize the name, but I can't really pinpoint where he's played before. Go here. Players that are asked to work together in mentoring groups will pick up personality traits from each other as well as playing traits. This can be particularly useful for younger players who might learn a thing or two when being mentored by a more experienced player. That's actually very, very good. That's a very good thing. For example, if I have a young defender that I want to behave a bit more like, for example, Voitens, I can put them together in a mentoring group, and yeah, I love that. Before we continue, I'm just gonna go grab a glass because I don't think it's very appropriate for me to drink straight out of the bottle. So I'm gonna get a glass and I'll be back in just a second. There we go, I'm back. Just gonna pour some Coke into the glass, have a little drink, and then we'll continue. I get so thirsty when I keep talking like non-stop. I don't want to spill. Go. I'm not quite sure how long I'm going to stream this. I'm thinking at least an hour, probably more than that. I really want to get into the things. I want to learn as much as possible right at the off. Try and do my best of learning as much as I can. And then we'll probably make these episodes about an hour. Okay, let's continue. To keep track of players' performance in training, each player is assigned a training rating between 1 to 10. This rating takes their performance over the last 7 days of training into account. Okay, so 6.4, 6.45, 6.9, 6.85. So it seems like this guy, Rafik Belgali, has been the best in yeah. You can decide which position each player should train in. This determines which attributes are improved through coaching. You were also able to assign extra individual training and or control the intensity the player should train at. To help make sure players stay in great condition, you can let me know what level of training you want players to take part in depending on their fitness levels, and I'll make sure to manage the training levels appropriately. No pitch or gym work, half intensity, normal intensity, normal intensity, normal intensity. The coaching team will help lead sessions on the training pitch. Better coaches will lead to better results in training. It's also important to keep an eye out on their workload to make sure you get the most out of their expertise. Okay. Now that you're familiar with training, please select what you would like to take control of yourself and what you would like to delegate out to staff. The plan general training for first team individual training, plan general training for youth squad, set up individual training for youth squads. I think plan general training. Well, first team individual training, that's definitely gonna be me. I think we'll keep it this way. I think this is fine. I was gonna do like maybe like that or that, but I'm not quite sure. We'll do this. We'll do this. We're gonna try and get the full experience. So yeah, finish this. Scouting induction. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna read this first. I would like to formally introduce you to our new scouting center and the team behind it. The club's chief scout currently The club's chief scout currently oversees all scouting tasks, but you're free to take over responsibility at any time. Your scouting team is responsible for identifying potential additions to your squad. Assignments and reports are undertaken and filed by a dedicated staff covering a wide area in search of the very best players for you to consider bringing into the club. The Scouting Center is where you will receive recommendations and reports for players. You currently have one recommendation to view. Each scouted player will be graded in a alphabetized system by your scouts, where A+ is the highest grade and F is the lowest. The packages owned determine the number of players available to search through, as well as increasing the knowledge level and player role visibility of players covered. Recruitment analysts will also use these packages to suggest potential signings. So scouting range, Central Europe. Maybe, and this is really, really expensive, but I would like to get players from around the world. We currently have a scouting range which covers Central Europe. Are you sure you want to increase our range to cover the entire world? Increasing our scouting range will mean you will see more players in our advanced player search, increasing your opportunity to scout players. The cost of this range is 418,000 euros a year, paid via monthly deduction from the scouting budget of 35,000 euros. The cost of the most expensive range select will be deducted from the scouting budget at the end of the month. If there aren't enough funds left in the budget to meet the monthly cost, then the clubs will cease to have a scouting range. Should we maybe do Europe? You know what? We're just gonna remaining scouting budget, adjust scouting budget. Okay, nothing seems to happen. Screw it. A player's transfer value is typically a matter of opinion, but the market offers a fair indication of what he might be worth, and that in turn gives you a range of reference from which to base your decisions. To get a more defined transfer value, it is advisable to speak to the player's agent and compile a scouting report to get as much information as possible. I'm not quite sure about this. Should I keep it at this? Screw it, we're gonna go with the entire world. I think that is good. 35,000 per month, and I think, yeah, our budget is 250,000, so that should not be. I don't know why I can't adjust that, but we're gonna go through this just to make sure that we understand everything. Transfer window is closed. 11 days left until it's open, I guess. Welcome to Club Scouting Overview area. This will act as a hub for all scouting related tasks and where you will receive notifications of recommended players. Set up recruitment team. Let us know if you would like to make any changes to how current recruitment team is set up. Delegate scouting duties to the right members of staff with an eye for talent. Okay, I'm not able to do this right now, I'm guessing. Scouting budget is $250,000, 250,000 euros. Transfer budget is 5 million euros. Yeah. Currently scouting the entire world. The recruitment focuses your scouting team. The recruitment focuses your scouting team are working on are shown here. That was bad English, I think. At any time, you can direct the recruitment team's focus by creating a new recruitment focus. No, it isn't bad English. I'm the one who read this wrong. The recruitment focuses your scouting team are working on are shown here. Wasn't bad English. You can access the recruitment focus area at any time and create a focus for the recruitment team to work on. You're able to set the criteria for the recruitment focus once a position is chosen or the but any position box is selected. This is the club's database of players. You may search through this database to identify specific players to sign or scout. Okay. Daniel Sturridge. Igor de Camargo. I know about him. Okay, yeah. The database is determined by our recruitment package. You may request changes to the package at any point. If you would like to decide whether you wish to take full control of the club's scouting operations or delegate them to your staff, I can make sure that's taken care of. Assigning scouts, handling scouting meetings. Yeah, I think this is okay. We'll go with that for now. Okay, so we've done that as well. Transfers induction. This is something that I'm interested in looking into. Now that you're hopefully familiar with the scouting center, I would like to walk you through the process of making a transfer offer for a player. The scouts have identified Oscar Bob, who they feel would improve the squad. If you want to sign him, I can walk you through how to do that. Oscar Bob is an 18-year-old winger from Manchester City. 8,000 euros per week. Under 21 players are automatically eligible to play in all matches. Acceleration underpins his overall speed. Can adapt well to living in another country. Can play in a couple of positions. Possesses a fair amount of pace. Balanced and normal personality. Cons. Has work to do in the heading department. Bob will likely find it difficult to adapt easily into the core group of the squad, but may fit into a secondary group. Lack of strength and fitness means he should be in the gym working on his overall athleticism. We'll go through here. You have chosen Oscar Bob from Manchester City to use for this induction. It's up to you whether you proceed with the offer for him at the end of this induction. The main thing to focus on when composing a transfer offer is how much you want to pay, and when you want the transfer to take place. Our scouting staff have identified the player's transfer value in the current market and would advise using it as a starting point for any offer. Okay, so they want me to spend my entire budget on this guy. That's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. If you don't have the funds immediately available to offer the right fee, you might be able to adjust your transfer budgets if there is enough money available, and if the board are willing, you can move money between your wage and transfer budgets. So that's the thing in FIFA as well. Offers can be made more attractive by the addition of various future fees and clauses that can help you secure an agreement with the selling club. Yeah, that's a thing in FIFA as well. Maybe not as detailed as this is probably going to be, but it is there. Once you're happy with your offer, you can suggest terms to get negotiations underway. When everyone is happy, you can formally make your offer to move forward with the transfer. Find and sign players for the first team. That's definitely going to be my thing. Find and sign young players for the future. Definitely going to be my thing. So yeah. Yeah, we're not gonna sign him. He's gonna cost our entire budget. I haven't even looked thoroughly at our squad yet, so squad selection rules. The following rules will be in force for the following season. The squad must have at least 8 players developed in Belgium for 3 years before this 23rd birthday. The match squad must have at least 6 players developed in Belgium, blah blah blah. The match squad must have at least 2 players trained by a club in Belgium. At least 3 goalkeepers must be in the squad. and the squad must have no more than 25 players. So the minimum squad size is 15, the maximum is 25, and our current squad size is 17. Players developed in Belgium for 3 years before their 23rd birthday is a minimum of 8, and we currently have 12 in squad, 38 at club. Okay. Lommel injury update. I am pleased to announce that there are no current problems to report at the Lommel SK squad, as a clean bill of health. On average, I would expect to see around 72 injuries per season within the first team squad as the season progresses. I will keep you up to date how we're doing in comparison with the average as well as the rest of the league. Our sports scientist, Kamasha Robertson Martens, will also keep track of each individual player's injury risk throughout the season and report back regularly to help you reduce the number of injuries we pick up. I will continue to monitor the player's health, fitness, and report back regularly. Recurring injuries, Steinvoetens, damaged crucial ligament, one occurrence. Okay. Strive to make blah blah blah, work within the budget. I mean, the only thing that I think is going to be difficult are these two. So, should I negotiate? Try and get this down a little bit? Let's negotiate. So, okay, please take a look at Bohr's long-term strategy. We have outlined the objectives we want to achieve and detailed the identity that should be in heart of our day-to-day work. Due to the owner looking to sell the club, blah blah blah, we have blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, I know about that, but how do I... Okay, I can only add things. I can only add things. Okay, in the Belgium League, in the top 2 league positions, or promotion by winning the league. Belgium Cup, reach third round minimum, 4th or 5th. Yeah, we're not gonna change anything right here. Supporter profile. Attach a report to introduce you to club supporter profile and the supporters' expectations. I'll also send through an update if anything major changes during the season. Supporters' influence on the board is moderate. Social media. They have 113.5k followers. Season ticket holders are 3,000 supporters. Season ticket waiting list are 0 supporters. Supporter profile. 10% hardcore. 32% core, 24% family, 13% fair weather, whatever that means, 0% corporate, and 21% casual. What is fair weather? Fair weather supporters are especially impatient for success. Corporate supporters are more interested in stadiums, facilities, and club marketability. Okay. Casuals who are less passionate and loyal than the average fan. Loyal and passionate next to the fan base, and the average football fan, and the family. Family supporters tend to be temperate and patient. Okay. Tactics induction. We might as well go through this as well. This is very thorough. Let's set up a tactic. Here are some common tactical styles you can use as a foundation for your own approach. Though you have full creative freedom here to explore and create your own personalized tactic. Instantly win back possession, high intensity running, patiently waits for openings, dictate play. Dominate possession, relentless pressing, patiently wait for openings. Looks to get quality crosses, overlay, quick transitions, rate. Sure. I'm thinking maybe this one. We'll go with this one. Okay, how would this one look? Okay, so that's more like, okay, I think, how about this one? So soak up pressure, more expensive and fluid counterattacks. I think counterattacks could be good, but we're gonna go with this one. We're gonna go with this one. Choose a formation. So I like this one, but I like those to be okay. So these include player roles that best suited vertical tiki-taka. So maybe we'll go for this one then. I want everything to be well suited. We'll go with this one. I think this'll work. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here, but I think this'll work. Yeah. So now I'm gonna have to pick players. So description: the sweeper keeper aims to perform two roles. Those are the standard goalkeeper and the outfield sweeper. Alongside standard goalkeeping duties, he will sweep up balls in front of and wide of the penalty area and initiate counterattacks, moving with direct through balls to breaking players. With the support duty, the sweeper keeper will stray just outside the penalty box and look to play counter-attacking passes. Yes. Okay. Pick player. Feels like I think we're gonna go with this guy, Nikola Ivesic, because there's not really any. Yeah, we're gonna go with Ivesic. Wingback. I mean, Cloivet Aguilar is probably our best choice here. So we're gonna go with him. The other wingback will go for. Could go for the Swedish guy. Or this guy. Jebua Amankwa. He is good at tackling, heading, determination, bravery, acceleration, so he's pretty fast. How about this guy? He is determination 16. He is pretty quick. Yes, and this guy. Jumping reach. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna go for this guy. Center backs, we're definitely gonna go with Stein Voitens. There's nothing to even talk about that. And then we're thinking of these two. Let's go with Piero, defensive midfielder. We could go for Stein Voitens here as well, but Gonna go for Granell. And here we'll go for Robin Henkens. Up there, Lazar Mijovic. Attacking midfielder, Tordarsson. Left winger. We'll go for this guy, Gordic, George Gordic. And up top, we'll go for Kawa. DE. Why is this red? How about if we switch that guy, if we put Glenn Neven there instead, and we'll put Voitens here. Still the same problem. Stein Voitens and Granell. That's just gonna have to be what it is. We'll try with that. Why not? Substitution 1. Pick player. I mean, we're gonna go for a second goalkeeper, of course. We're gonna go for the Swedish guy, Tulinsson. I'm guessing this is the substitutes. Amankwa, of course. Rafik Belglali. Let's go for this guy. Alonso Martinez. I don't really know anything about these guys, but we're gonna need some Belgian players. We're gonna throw in another goalkeeper. Let's go with this guy. I don't even know what I'm doing right now, to be quite honest. This guy is out on loan. A bunch of these players are out on loan. Glenn Neven. Henrik Osterk. And Maren Ovnicek. This guy. Atta Kadiri. He's also played in the Swedish league. And last but not least, there we go. Okay. But yeah, mentality. Okay. Okay. I think what we are in need of is maybe like a better wing back. because 2 stars is the best I can get on that position. So I think a wingback could be worth buying. Yeah. Other than that, I think it's pretty decent here. Yeah. Squad induction, yeah, sure, why not? This is your first team squad. You'll get to know them better as you spend more time in the job, but for now we'll focus on giving you a better understanding of the role you've taken on. These selections are naturally going to be a key part of the job. To help you plan, you can pencil in players to any position at any time. Your final team will only ever be picked before the match itself. For ease of reference, we'll often abbreviate key information about each of the players. More detail about their current status, often covering different areas simultaneously, can be found here. IPR, HGN, I don't know what that means, but I guess we'll know that soon. These are your players. Anyone in this color is on loan at the club, while anyone in this color has been loaned out. Every player has an individual profile you can view by selecting them from this list. By default, we also like to be able to view key information about the squad at a glance, their positions, morale, recent form, and basic statistics offer a quick indication of how they're doing. We retain a lot more information than that about each and every player at the club, and you can access all of the details here. All of that information can often be overwhelming, though. There will be times when you want to filter out some of the noise and focus squarely on something specific. That's handy. That covers the basics. I recommend you to familiarize yourself with the players, particularly their individual profiles, to help you build a fuller picture of your squad. Okay, okie dokie. So all of these guys are out on loan, and the rest of these are available. Homegrown. Okay, so IPR means happy to be part of the Montenegro setup. Steinvoitens is very good. He's a homegrown player from same nation. Trained for 3 years before the ages of 0 and 23. He's a homegrown. IPR means happy to be part of the Iceland setup. Happy to be part of the Montenegro setup. Happy to be part of the Serbia setup. Wanted by Club Brugge, Anderlecht, and Antwerp. So all those 3 teams are interested in this guy. Gent, Club Brugge, and Antwerp are interested in him. This guy is homegrown. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna go into transfers. Scouting center. Okay, but how do I look for players? Transfer targets. Transfer center. Okay. Yeboah Amankwa. 20% of his transfer fee will be owed to Man City. Agustin Anello. At the end of the loan period, how do we have the option to purchase Anello for 1.3 million? Kabongo, 250k. Okay. Sungui at Abalom. Oh shit. Okay, after the loan period, Lommel will have the option to purchase Antef Sungui from Brighton for 5.25 million. Vinicius Sosa, 40% of his next transfer fee will be owed to FLA. I'm guessing that's Flamengo. Okay, transfers in. Matinho from Troyes, Tsongoi from Brighton, Aguilar from Manchester City, Abderrahman Ahmed from Troyes, and Monjonel from Girona. Scouting. Is this where I want to be? Set up a recruitment team. Shortlist. Players in range. Here we go. Interested in transfer. Maybe we can change these. Okay, this guy is wanted by so many teams. Free agent, could sign him for free. Wanted by 16 clubs. The Camargo, he could be a shout, you know, because he's pretty old, but he's got tons of experience and he seems like a decent player. He is a AM, attacking midfielder, I'm guessing that stands for. Attacking midfielder and striker. It's not really what we need. We need a wing back. We have this guy, Nana Asare. Wanted by Eupen, Sereng, Dainse, Altai, Alweda, Al Raed. It's available to sign on a free. He's 35 years old though. Defensive. Here we have defender, wing back, left. That's what we need. Okay, we're gonna scout that guy. Here we have another one. It's 36 though. No, thank you. Is there any? Here we go. Defenders. Full knowledge. Here we go. Okay, these are the only ones that we have full knowledge of. And it's not really helping. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for defenders. This guy could work, but he's very old. This guy could work. Back right. Corentin Fiore. He's not worth much. Oh, this is a bit confusing. Well, this guy could be worth. Defensive wing back left. Seems to be worth a little bit, so we'll scout him. Okay, so he can play on the left part right there. Lane Flynn. Zach Medley. Luca Ferrara. Inverted wing back. I wish we could, like, I really wanna. I really wanna organize these guys by their worth. Because I have 5 million euros. So I probably want to spend me like 2-3 million on a wing back. And these guys are not worth that much. There definitely has to be. Ah, 0. So this is. What did that even change? Did that even do anything? Okay, so we're going down in transfer value now. So this guy is the most expensive of them all. We'll scout this guy as well. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Scout priorities. Here we go. We have a couple of these. Transfer value 20k. I want to remove this guy. 20k and he's 25 years old. click to select row. And then what? My goodness, I just want to get rid of him. I don't know how to do it. Recruitment team. Okay, there are a bunch of things in this game that I don't really understand. But yeah. Development Center introduction. Yeah, sure. Okay. This is your at a glance look at everything to do with the player development at the club. It's broken down into key areas to give you the information you need when you need it. So, yeah, first team candidates. Betinho, Kayo Roque, Bas Vekhuisen, Eric Monjonel, and Rob Nisset. Bas Vekhuisen could become a star player, potentially slightly better than Robin Henkens. Rob Nisset could become a star player, potentially a lot better than Kayo Roque. Okay, that's actually very good info. Wants to watch? Thibaut Kaunan could become a star player, potentially better than Christoph van Hout. Koray Kaplan could do with going on an intensive course to learn Dutch, as his limited understanding right now. Okay, that could absolutely be a thing. Thank you for that, mate. Faisal Boujemaoui could become a star player, potentially better than Kolbein Todarson. Okay, this is actually very good info. Love this. Okay, our U21 squad. There are a group of youngsters here who are close to being ready for the first team opportunities. We have a few players who are demonstrating promising potential. This is a squad that is looking good for the future. U18, a couple of players clearly have the great potential. This is a squad that is looking good for the future. Players out on loan, the majority of players out on loan are happy, with just a few thinking they're not good enough. They're not getting enough good experience. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I've already read that. These are the best youngsters right now. Those close to the first teams are the ones you should perhaps pay closest attention to. We also focus on individual progress, with staff offering advice on players who might not be developing as well as they need to, as well as those who are on the right path or worth keeping an eye on. Our section for the U21 shows exactly what's going on at that level on both the team and individual basis. If you want to get involved, you can influence the tactics they use, move players from squad to squad, adjust training, and delegate other responsibilities accordingly. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write down the names of these guys down here. So Thibaut Kaunan, Koray Kaplan, and Faisal Boujemali. I'm going to write down their names on this piece of paper, and maybe bring them up to the U21 squad, give them a chance to prove themselves, and I'm also going to try my best to give Koray Kaplan an intensive course to learn Dutch, as he's limited understanding right now. I don't know if that's a thing in this game, but it wouldn't surprise me if it actually is. So I'm going to take a look into that. I'm going to write down these names. Thibaut Kjonen. I'm sorry, guys, as well, if I'm butchering these names. I'm really trying to... I'm really trying my absolute hardest to pronounce their names the best as I can. There we go. So I've written down their names now. Problems? Ahead of match day and on the game day of the game itself, you can play an active role in the team selection too. I'm flexible to incorporate any players you want to see play, as well as adjusting to any tactical demands you have. The same applies to the under 18 squad. There's different options in this menu to get involved with the development of the players in the younger age group. You'll also be able to find full fixture list and tactical analysis of the team performances here. Love that. Throughout the season, you'll also find little nuggets of information in here that will help you identify the next player to come through the ranks. Check in regularly to see what staff at the club have to say, and you'll be better informed for doing so. Where we have players coming in and out of the club on loan, the backroom team help to look after them and oversee their progress to make sure they're getting as much out of their loan as we need them to. Okay, let's see what they're saying here. Bujamawi, that I've written down. Bujamawi should be loaned out as he needs to play regular first team football to help him reach his potential. Okay, seems fair. Wasim Kamga. Kamga should be loaned out as he needs to play blah blah blah. It's the same. Okay, so these guys, they should be loaned out. So we could probably do that if I figure out how to do that. This is where you'll find a list of players on loan at any given time. We track the length of their stay as well as a number of statistics, the most basic of which are also presented here. Yes. We want to make sure our young players are being suitably challenged, and if there is a certain individual at the club who could benefit from a loan move, members of staff will make appropriate recommendations. Your backroom team are all available to hand any of these tasks should you want to delegate those particular responsibilities. Assuming controls of these responsibilities yourself will result in greater visibility of the youth squads in your day-to-day managerial tasks, while delegating them will keep them slightly out of immediate sight. Outgoing development loans, yes, it's going to be my decision. Plan general training for youth squads. I don't know. Should we maybe... Nah, we'll keep this. We're going to try to do as much as possible in this game. Okay. We're going to look at this guy, see what we can do. Players to offer professional contract, players to send, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's see this guy. Transfers. Offer to clubs. Oh. Go back here. See, discuss. Comparison. History, biography, create note, keep history after retirement, injury, reports, development, send on intensive language course. Are you sure you want to send blah blah blah? This course will lead to 37 weeks, costing 570 blah blah blah. Yes, we'll do that. What is this? Strongly recommend we should sign to a professional contract rather than risk losing a player of high potential. We'll offer him a contract. In outlining playing time here, you're informing the player on how you intend to use him this season. The status afforded to him will underline his importance to the team and how often he can expect to feature. You can also suggest future playing time promises. Future playing time informs the player of a long-term development pathway for him. By setting a clear vision for him for the seasons to come, you're able to establish the role you see the player taking in future years. Okay. 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 Future prospect. Yes, contract start date immediately. His pros are excellent fit, versatility, counts towards minimum squad registration rule, domestic, exempt from registration, second nationality, performance in training, first touch, speed, balanced, could improve a lot. Cons are composure, intelligence, injury prone, first national division standard player. Here's what I would like to be guaranteed at this preliminary stage before entering into proper contract talks and revealing my full demands. Has considerable interest in negotiating terms. No other clubs interesting. Add promise. This could be a shout. We'll find loan move to assist player development. I think go with that. I'm pleased that everything was sorted out so quickly. I'm happy to have sorted out the preliminaries. Let's get into the detailed aspects of my contract now. If you want to come to an agreement on a contract, there has to be an element of give and take with those on the other side of the table. If they're not happy, the deal won't happen, so always keep that in mind. The fundamentals elements of a contract offer indicates the player's importance of the squad, as well as the type, wage, length of contract, and when it will start. These are foundations upon which the deal will be built. A player's wage often is comparable with his playing time. To offer him more money is to offer him importance players in the squad. Any deal can be sweetened with a bigger signing on or agent fee. All three commitments affect current and future budget costs. You can really convince a player what a contract offer by showing him what he could potentially earn in the form of bonus payments. Some, like appearance fees, are easier to trigger than others. Clauses help to protect interest on both sides. Elements of a deal can be deemed non-negotiable and locked into place, excluded entirely, or can be semi-negotiable, where you stress their importance but might agree to change if another part of the deal becomes more favorable to you. You may alter your budget here. Changing your budget can allow for more flexibility when negotiating wages and signing on fees. Contract negotiations require some back and forth. You'll rarely be able to come to an agreement at first time of asking. If you're not satisfied, you can walk away from discussions. Otherwise, try to come to an agreement now, however long it takes. Now that you're familiar with the process of offering a contract to one of your own players, please let me know if you would like to be responsible for this going forward. Yes. Okay, so what are we thinking? loyalty bonus. Yeah, sure, but I will give you, let's say 750. Doesn't have an agent. Contract length. Let's say 3 years. Appearance fee. Let's give him 150. A goal bonus. 75. Unused substitute fee. Let's give him like 70. We'll try that. I think maybe the wage should be lower that or higher that. We'll go with that. Go. This is a reasonable start to negotiations, although there are still some issues to reach an agreement on. These are the terms that I'm willing to accept. Offering me the requested contract length will make the rest of the negotiation much easier. So he only wants 1 year contract. I can give you 775. I really want to go for 2 years. I'll raise this to 90. These terms are acceptable. I wish to evaluate all my options before informing you of my ultimate decision. I'm happy these discussions were conducted in a reasonable, quick fashion. I'll be in touch regarding my final decision in the near future. Okay. Exit talks. This guy could maybe be a shout. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go to our inbox. Tactics induction. Sure. Tactics express how you want your team to play. The key aspects of any tactic are outlined below, and there are numerous ways you can customize a tactic to your exact requirements. 1. Tactical style. Mentality. This is the team's core attacking intent, ranging from very defensive to very attacking. Team instructions. These are commands issued to the team and are broken down into in position, in transition, and out of possession. 2. Formation. This represents the distribution of placing of the players on the pitch itself. The formation initially set represents the team shape out of possession. 3. Player roles. Roles and duties are important. They set instructions for each player and are linked to team mentality and team instructions. Team fluidity reflects the shape and structure of the team based on these roles and duties. Various departments around the club are dependent on having a tactic in place to help them run smoothly and make relevant decisions. I have already chosen that. I've chosen that one. Instructions used in possession are for when you have the ball. This will define how well the team plays, how they approach attacking situations, and what they're going to do in the final third of approaching the goal. Oh my god, this is so in-depth. In transition defines situations where your players either lose possession or win it back, as well as when the goalkeeper has the ball. In transition defines situations. Now, during phases out of possessions, you need to set your defensive line position as well as how aggressively you intend to mark, press, and tackle the opposition to try to recover the ball. I need to make sure that you guys can hear me, see me, and stuff like that. My phone is being a dickhead. Yes, I think the sound should be working. Yeah, Seems like it is. So let's continue on this. Yeah, go to the next. The last thing you need to do is pick the starting lineup or ask for assistance from a member of the coaching team. Your tactics is now ready to go. Here's a provisional squad that best suits it. Okay, but these guys are not even... They are not even on my team. So how can these... Yeah. Sweeper keeper, I've already read that. Team fluidity fluid. Team fluidity reflects the shape and structure of the team based on the roles and duties selected. A setup where defenders and midfielders are more likely to join the attack will be more fluid than one of the players instructed to stay back and maintain their shape. Okay. The positions and roles assigned to your players will determine the team's fluidity, and it's up to you to decide what kind of shape fits the best in with your chosen strategy. Okay, so let's go with set piece takers. What is this? Free kicks. Okay. So Granel is very good at free kicks. So left side, he's gonna probably be best on the right side. So we'll drag Granel to there. He's got 15. And we'll go for Voitens on the left side. Okay, he's left-footed as well. Okay, yeah, but it's fine. Corners, best ones for that are not in the team. Henkins is not in the starting lineup, I don't think. But Granel is. So we'll put Granel there and Voitens there. Throw-ins. Long throw-ins, we have Aguilar, who's very good at that. So we'll throw in Aguilar. Yeah, we'll throw in him to both of them. Captains. Drag and drop a player onto the list. So I think our captain is very, very... so our captain is going to be Voitens. I'm sure you wish to make Voitens Lommel's captain. Note that he's a permanent team captain. Replacing him can affect the morale of the old captain and potentially everyone else in the squad. Select the temporary captain by dragging other players. Well, I want to make Voitens a captain. I have no problem with giving... okay, no. Henkins can stay there. Stand-ins will have... what's this called? There he is. Neven. Going to be a stand-in. Oh my god, guys. I'm completely... I've been doing this now for an hour and 40 minutes. I'm probably going to be doing this for a little while more. I really want to buy some players. But I think we'll get to that soon enough. Let's say I have... let's go with normal injury risk. Let's just keep it what it is. Okay, so our next preseason fixtures are Lommel SK second 11. So 21st. What date is it today? Tomorrow at 5 p.m. Okay. So we play against the second team. And then we have games against Fortuna Köln, Derby, Derby, Lokeren Temse, Mainz, Girona, and Dender EH. Let's go to the home tab here. And yeah. Start a coaching course. My contract details, resign, promises, relationships. How can do I have to wait until tomorrow? Like in real life? No, I don't have to, do I? I think we can do the schedule. And calendar. How do I simulate? If you guys get any pointers, please let me know. If you know how to simulate to the next game, please let me know. I don't have a clue. Don't have a Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Squad planner, dynamics. Might as well. Staying informed about the off-pitch factors in the dressing room will help you maintain good morale, which is an important factor in play performance. With that in mind, here's an overview of the squad's social dynamics. The team cohesion report analyzes how well the players are blending in as a team in terms of their levels of understanding each other's games and the tactics are being asked to play. Team cohesion very poor. The current players are some way short of operating as a unit. The team's collective mental state is disappointing at the moment. This will impact players' positioning during matches. Players will experience issues with their vision and react to events unfolding when playing. The dressing room atmosphere is based on the morale and happiness of the squad, as well as the presence and personality of the groups. A good atmosphere in the dressing room can only bode well for performance levels of the pitch. There is some discontent evident in the dressing room, and some of the players could become more agitated over any perceived grievance they hold. We have no unhappy players. 6 players at the club who are considered to be very happy. We have a lot of players who are from similar ages. There are many contested player personalities. Okay. The majority support indicator shows how much backing you are currently getting from the squad. It is important to ensure that the players are united behind you in order to get the best out of them. Average. Okay. And there is an established social hierarchy in the club that you should be aware of. The more influential and leading players in the dressing rooms can have big bearing on the way the squad views as a manager. So keeping them on your side is hugely important. So Neven, Henkens, Voitens, Van Hout, and then we have Granel, Lemoyne, Piero, Tordason. and a bunch of players down there. In any dressing room, there are a number of different social groups. It's important to be aware of the relationships in the squad to avoid any disputes and to help cultivate a positive environment for the players. Core social group. This group is made up of players who have been at the club for roughly the same amount of time and are similar ages. So Neven, Henkens, Puitens, Van Hout, Lemoyne, Nave, and Ovnishek. Secondary social group A. This group is made of the players who are of similar age and who have spent a similar period of time at the club. So Tsongoy, Amankwa, Mijovic, Ivesic, Abdirahman, Gordic, and Belgal. Secondary social group B. This is made up of players who have been at the club for roughly the same amount of time and are of similar ages. Thordarson, De Busser, Attakadiri, Aguiar, Tulinsson, and Talvitia. Others. These players don't currently fit into any particular social group. This may be because they're not new to the club, or simply that they aren't yelling with the rest of the squad. I don't know what that means, actually. Okay, now that you're aware of the dynamics at play, I'll leave you to introduce yourself to the squad and set out your aims for the season. Remember that maintaining a good working relationship with the players can only benefit you in terms of performances. Positive. I know that okay, so we're just gonna go with that. Neutral. I don't want to make any promises. I don't know what's happening right now. I don't want to make any promises, but let's discuss our expectations for the seasons ahead. Squad. I want to make sure we improve in goal. I want to bring improvements in midfield. This season we were looking to reduce the size of the squad. I'm aiming to prioritize defensive improvements. I'll be making improvements to the strike force. I'm going to give youth a chance this season, and young players will get the chance to impress. We're likely to be making some big cuts this season, which means some of you will have to leave the club. I'd love to get this on record now so that everyone knows where they stand. I want you all to know that I won't be standing in anyone's way if any big offers come in for you this season. I think we're gonna go with that. Neutral. I want to move on to talking about expectations. We've made enough promises. So, squad. I'm planning to improve the goalkeeping situation, blah, blah, blah. I have to be fair. If any of you want to move on and a good enough offer is made for you, we won't stand in your way as a club. We're likely to be making some cuts this season, which means many blah, blah, blah will leave the club. If there's anyone interested in coaching course, I will be willing to take that. I'm being willing to make that happen this season. Maybe I don't know, guys. I mean, I want to say this. Fuck it. I think there's enough promises for now. Let's discuss our expectations for the season. Yeah. Convince. I want us to aim to get promoted as champions these seasons because we're definitely good enough for that. Must aim for top 3 finish. Top half shouldn't that be your aim? I think we're gonna have to finish the table. Yes. Brilliant. That's just what I wanted to hear. I have to say I'm disappointed with that reaction. Yeah, everyone seems to be satisfied and positive. Brilliant. I'll also be expecting us to give a good account of ourselves in the Belgian Cup this season. There we go. Summary. Slightly positive, very happy, positive, encouraged. Okay. Leave meeting. Yeah, I really need to figure out how we move forward. I want to start playing games. I want to start getting some new players in the squad. But it's a bit dead on that front. Metinho. Move to senior squad, maybe. Think he could be good enough, you know. So we're gonna move him to senior squad. Yeah, we'll go to the squad. Squad planner. Where the fuck can you choose? Where can you put Matinho in? Yeah, it's here, I think. Or is it? I don't know. Contract details, contract offer, relationships, notebook. I monthly staff meeting. In preparation of our monthly session, I've gathered the different topics that are going to be raised by the members of staff attending the meeting. By attending the meeting, you'll be presented with full explanations of the advice offered by those present, along with the ability to ask other members of the backroom team for their opinion where suitable. Should you decide to not attend future meetings, you'll be sent brief summaries of advice related to key topics in each category. Okay. So continue. Must respond. I've set up your social feed, which will allow you to follow a range of people, teams, and competitions within the footballing world that will hopefully be interested in receiving news from them about. You're of course free to make any additions and adjustments to the list any stage. Following World Cup, World Golden Ball, World Footballer of the Year, European Football Championship, European Championship Qualifying, World Golden Glove, World Player of the Year, World Goalkeeper of the Year, Belgium, World U21 Footballer of the Year, Goal 50, NXGN, Belgian Cup, Eurogorden CEF, Belgian Challenger Pro League, and 6 others. Sure. Must respond, I'm guessing to this one. I'll attend, sure. Christoph Van Hoot could do with individual technique training to help improve minor handling, composure, and technique weaknesses. Yes. Stein Voitens has had some struggles with first touch, dribbling, and technique, so it's an individual ball control training program will be helpful to try and improve. Sure. I would recommend individual strength training for Robin Henkens, as there are currently slight weaknesses in this game. Sure. And sure. I suggest assigning Frank Michaels to handle technical attacking coaching for Lommel's under 18. It's well suited for coaching this category. Sure. Strike a balance cross. Sure. Yeah, love that. Accept suggestion. Uh, agree. Agree. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about all of this. I'm just gonna. You can pause if you can pause the video or the stream if you want to see what's written. I'm not gonna read everything. It's gonna be like boring content for you guys, but yes. Losing trust with management. Oh shit. After spending some time talking with him over the past couple of days, I think it would be wise to pay close attention to Glenn Nevin in the coming weeks, as he has reason to believe that he's been treated unfairly this past week, and that could quite easily lead to him being unhappy. Something we want to avoid with a team leader who could potentially affect others. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what to say about this, guys. Okay, move on. We should send a 22 in week course to learn Dutch. Okay, all of them. It's gonna cost a lot of money, but sure. Why the hell not? I think Belgian 32-year-old Ari Pimperel would be a good choice to add to the Lommel coaching team, as we have room to bring in further staff to join the club. We currently have 4 people working in the coaching team, and the board will allow up to 5 to do so. Yeah, sure. Schedule after meeting. I think 45-year-old Belgian Albertus Kutgen will be a good choice to add to the club scouting staff as technical director, as we have nobody performing this role. This board will only allow 1 person to perform this role. Sure. Yeah, sure. Build with head physio. Yeah. Physio and physio in order to improve quality squad. Sure. Yeah, okay, this was all of the thing that we were talking about. Fine. Spent so much money, but it's fine. Add Pimperel to backroom staff. Approach design. Or maybe we should negotiate the contract with non-playing staff is fairly similar to agreeing terms with players, but there are some important differences. I think we should take a few moments to discuss them. It's important to understand whether you're offering a full-time or a part-time contract. Most of the time, this will be determined by the club's professional status, but it's worth keeping in mind nevertheless. This is the primary job the member staff will be performing. Try to be aware of the number of people already employed in this situation, in this position. The board may restrict how many of each type you can have. If all the available staff roles are filled, you have the option of discussing the matter with the board in hope of expanding the size of the backroom team. Some clubs want or need staff to perform multiple job roles at the same time. If you haven't got the budget to have someone different in each job, it can help to have one person double up. Workloads will be balanced accordingly. Remember, we keep track of how adept each staff member is at performing different jobs, so it's quick and easy to identify those who are able to move around different disciplines in the backroom team. So this guy can be both scout and physio. For non-players, bonuses mostly come in the form of club reaching certain competition milestones. Clauses deal with wage adjustments in good times and bad, or whether compensation should be paid if a job offer comes in. At this stage, I'll hand things over to you. Bear in mind that what I said about the process, you'll likely have to compromise on one or two things if you're determined to get your way on another aspect of the deal. Other than that, good luck. Okay. We're gonna lower this quite a bit. Let's get that to there. Top division promotion wage rises. Let's give you 10%. You're not getting 30, mate. Secondary job. Let's put you at scouting. Yeah, suggest. Okay, so he doesn't want a secondary job. I can give you like 1.1 and I can lower this to 15. Okay, he pretty much told me to fuck off. I would love for this to... I really don't want to do this because this seems to be very annoying. Okay, we're just gonna do this as well. Here's a look at everyone working for the club in a non-playing capacity. We've also compiled some data on how our backroom team compares to others in the league. The coaching team is responsible for day-to-day work with the players. Coaches can take a number of tasks off your hands if required, and each has specialist skills in use of the training ground. The head of youth development is in charge of the club's youth teams and can be given the responsibility to manage the transfer activity of the youngster teams, in addition to being in charge of bringing it through next generation. Director of football oversees the recruitment team and is responsible for players coming in and out, coming and going at the club. The data analyst and scout works together to identify new talent, report on opposition teams, and provide information and knowledge on whatever you need. The technical director looks after the hiring and firing of first team staff, is keenly involved in coaching development, and works with those coaches to plan and set up training schedules. The loan manager decides which player goes on loan, where they go, and provides feedback on how they're doing while they're away from the club. The medical team look after the fitness and well-being of the players. And well-being of the players. Doctors and physios primarily work on injury rehabilitation, while sports scientists support their work by seeking to prevent injuries by using data to advise on best practices. Okay, so we need to fill this in. The board will always inform you if they think the size of your backroom team has become excessive, too small, or is about right. You can either reduce it where necessary or make a request to be allowed more staff. You may formally request the board allow more freedom and fewer restrictions from your backroom team. You can also, if you wish, place adverts to fill any vacancies. The easiest way to make full use of the backroom staff here is to allow to take responsibility for different areas of your day-to-day managerial staff. All responsibilities at the club can be assigned and viewed from our central overview. From here, you're able to see at a glance look at what you control. Should you want to change the way of these responsibilities are handled, you can do so at any time. This is our database of non-playing personnel. It's a vast and comprehensive, and it's best used by filtering for exact requirements. That concludes the introduction of your backroom staff. Before you go, we have a few tasks that you may either handle yourself or delegate out. These will affect all teams at the club. Manage friendly matches. Yes. Handle press conferences. Yes. Handle broadcast interviews. Yes. Recruit staff. Yes. Staff contract renewals. No. You know what? We'll tick off that as well. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna need one more coach. I think on this side is where we're gonna have to. Let's see. We need technical director, technical director, chief scout, recruitment analyst. Staff shortlist. Do we have any there? Job center. Staff search. Oh my god, I forgot what we wanted again. Chief scout, technical director. Technical director. There we go. I don't know which of these to choose. Let's go with this guy. Continue. The Belgian football's messengers Kemal Shukas has called us with a question he would like to ask you. Do you want to respond? Glenn has lost the Lommel captaincy for reasons reported concerning the atmosphere among the Limpster players. Could you perhaps elaborate upon those? Respond. I felt we could do with some fresh impetus in terms of leadership, and that it would lift the entire team. It's no slight against Glenn or anyone else. He understands how this works, and we are moving forward together as a team. This was very much an internal matter. I don't want to get into specifics, but I've spoken with Glenn about the decision, and I hope he responds positively to it. I made a change that I felt benefited the entire club, and if anyone has a problem with that, they know where to find me. So I think we're gonna go with this. That should be enough from my editor. Speak to you soon. Lommel SK manager Eddie Carlson has been responding to the media in the wake of recent questions. The Belgian football manager chose as the main focus for the press conference with journalists asking. Glenn Evans has lost blah blah blah. I felt like we could do blah 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 blah. Yeah. Belgian Cup draw. The draws for the third round, fourth round, and fifth round are made today. The next round will be drawn is the third round. Into 16s will go into the hat for the 48 matches to be drawn, with challenger pro teams Lommel and Lies are taking in competition. View draw. Why the fuck not? Draw next team. So Vosselar is playing at home against Tongeren. Tubis Brein playing against Lokeren Temse. Sparta Kolmont is playing against Lierse. Schotter is playing against Heist. Torhut is playing against City Pirates Antwerpen. Solier Sport is playing against Stockel. Oh, hello, Olivia Aston. How are you doing? I'm doing great. I am doing great. How are you doing? Are you doing well as well? I hope so. So Svevesele is playing against Test Sport. Sorry for responding late. I wasn't I have my chat on my phone because I don't have two screens, so I didn't see you were writing to me. Sorry for responding to you very late. Yeah. Mox, Mo, I don't really know how to pronounce that. Playing against Udenard, Hoogstraten, Waterloo, Menen, Nokke. Let's see who we're gonna play. I'm just gonna go through this. Automatic draw. Okay, stop automatic draw. Should draw all teams. Right. Where are we? Are we even here? Don't think we are. There we are. We're playing against Levelgem City, away from home. Okay then, bring it on. Must respond. Belgian Cup draw today. Already watched that. So, which team would you be preferred opponent? I don't know, man. View draw. But I've already done this. We're home against Olsa Brak. I don't understand. Okay, Belgium Cup 4th round draw. View draw. Okay. Just skip it. Continue. Social feed. Training schedules changes. Okay. Okay. This is interesting. In preparation for the new season, club captain Stein Voitas has represented us with a code of conduct. With a potential code of conduct. The team has suggested fixed fines in place of ad hoc disciplinary actions, and such will happily abide by the rules throughout the campaign. You are free to make adjustments to the suggestions below or to opt out of using a code of conduct altogether. You can also ask Willem Weiss for his input. If you skip the code of conduct, you will have the opportunity to discipline players on a case-by-case basis. So, one, mistraining. 1 to 2 weeks, yeah, sure. Second time, 1/2 week. 1 week, I would say 2 weeks. Second time, 2 weeks. Fourth time, demote. Gone AWOL per day. Multiple booking ban sent off. Okay, he thinks this is the best. Sure, we'll go with that. Injury update. No injury. Press conference. Sure. Okay, let's kick this off with the first question from Antonius Engelen. How does it feel to be the new Lommel SK manager? I'm very excited. This is a great club and I can't wait to get stuck in. It's a challenging environment, but I really want to end up working. I like hard work and I'm ready to get stuck in. Fast know what they're in together. If patient and work hard, good things happen. Let's go with that. Why Lommel SK? What was the alert of coming here? go with that. Was there anything that gave you a reason to think this job might not have been the right one for you? There really were no doubts. From the moment the opportunity came by, I knew I wanted to be here. You've taken this job without being able to speak Dutch. Won't it be tough to manage the side until you get to grips with the language? Uh, Lommel SK are the richest of the clubs, and this is seen as by some as a serious stumbling block. Do you think you will be able to? Do you think you will be held back by the financial situation at the club? What challenges do you think you'll face as a young manager? Uh, what was it about this job in particular that appealed to you? I think their ambition is fantastic. They want to be successful and they will not compromise on being best. I'm happy to be given the chance to work here to further my professional experiences. Same way, and I think they trust everyone to have this vision in the future. Go. You're noted. You're a noted polyglot. How useful is your multilingualism in today's footballing culture? Uh, we're led to believe that you're very much an intact-minded coach. How do you intend to factor that into day-to-day management? It's something that I favored during my development, and I will naturally be in an area looking towards the strength here. Um, and does the Lommel SK squad have enough quality in your opinion? I need to work with the team to be absolutely sure, but I see no reason why we can't achieve great things with this group of players. I want to get to know every player and I will, but for the time being, I believe I've got a very good squad here. I don't think the answer to that question yet. Please show me the day-to-day. Go with that one. I think the press conference was just fine. Okay. Oh my god, I've been playing this for 2.5 hours. And I could probably go on for a lot longer than this. I'm gonna go to the toilet. And I think I'll maybe play this for another 10 to 30 minutes. Yeah, not more than 30 minutes. I don't want the videos on YouTube to be overly long. This one is going to be very long, but yeah. I'm going to go to the bathroom and I'll be back in just a second. I am once again back. Continue. Yes. Intro squad friendly today will take place as servings and kick off shortly. I with my responsibilities. There's another friend is on your behalf. Pictures. Continue. Okay, we won the game 2-0. Kawe and Osterk. Well, Osterch scored one each. Uh, Yeah, love that. A win in our first game. Grinnell in training injury blow. Okay, sure. Tight groin. Out for 2 to 3 days. Well, he's gonna be back for the next game, so I don't think there's. Okay, preseason report Club NXT. Players out. Ibe Hautekiet to Stana Liège and Arne Engels to Augsburg. Club NXT players. Is there anyone? We are in dire need of. Are in dire need of some. I'm just gonna check what people are writing in the Discord. Let's see. There we go. Yes. Did he have any defensive wingback left? He doesn't seem to be very good. However, I'm gonna answer my girlfriend pretty soon. I'm not quite sure what to do. We need a defensive wingback, but these guys are not good enough. They have a very good goalkeepers. Ooh, 8.6 million, you know. This guy, Joel Ordonez. Jonas Spiles. He is a defensive midfielder, defender, center, so he's probably a center back. Yeah, I should sign him. Let's scout the player. Let's see what they're saying. Thank you so much for that. Kodai Kaplan is now to turn professional. We love to see that. Training week. Must respond. Recruitment meeting. In preparation for the upcoming transfer window, we have arranged a recruitment meeting to determine our strategy. I will attend. To begin the meeting, you should set up your squad for this season and outline your intentions. Show full squad view. So goalkeeper will. What am I supposed to do? I don't get it. I'm not able to drag this guy. Okay. Defensive players. Sure. Okay, I don't really know. Skip to expiring contracts. Uh, okay. There are so many people who are out of squad. Responsibilities. Play contract discussions for Lommel. We're gonna delegate. Yeah, we're gonna delegate all of this. Delegate this to this guy, Willem Base. You can take care of that. Okay, here's a recap of all the players we're looking to offer to transfer or loan. Those attracting interest or that should be moved on are highlighted, and where there are no applicable first team players, there will be suggestions from other squads at the club. Okay, so Jordan Atta Kadiri. Yes. Yes. Transfer list. Sure. Standard. We look. Okay, here's a recap of the recruitment focuses with Center recruitment team. We will also add the suggestions on positions and roles we could improve. One staff suggestion. We look weak in this position. Ability, fairly good rating for the senior team. But I don't get it. What? We need a defensive. Yeah, defensive on the left. Yeah, recruitment focus. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, we are good and Gucci right there. Nevin wants to discuss personal matters. I wish I would have matters. Why strip up the captaincy? Fuck you now. This guy is annoying. You know what? We're just gonna do this. Tactics. Yeah, we go to squad. No, tactics, captains. And we will give. Where the fuck is he? Isn't interested in being captain again. Are you mad? Okay, I will love to. We can keep this between the top two of us for now, but I want to know your reason for removing me as a captain. You've not been fitting in that well, and it's affecting the good dress. Okay, that's just rude. I made a change because you're no longer in my plans. That's very rude. Critique. You're becoming a bit too influential for my liking. I can't have my own influence in the squad diminished by a player. That makes sense. Thanks for clearing it up, boss. Oh my god, okay, yeah, sure. Maybe you should have come to me before complaining to the entire fucking media. Anyway, let's continue. I need to look into all of this, like training and stuff. I don't really know what's going on, to be honest. I'm just gonna. I really want there to be. I want there to be games. Uh. Okay, I guess we're in the transfer window now. Offers made for the mayor. Melbourne City chasing Van Bell deal. Uh, Recruitment focus update. There. Medical center induction. Sure. This is our medical center. You can analyze the fitness and condition of your players here and find out how long an injured player will be out for before returning to training. It is important to be aware of the risk of injury to your players. We can analyze the potential likelihood of injury based on a player's condition, training levels, injury prowess, and recent injury history to help you remain informed of the team selection for matches. Information from the sports scientists regarding injury risk should be used to inform your training workload and team selection to give you the best chance of minimizing injuries. Yes. You may also may view a list of club's current injuries. Blah blah blah. Yeah, sure. Uh, yeah. Okay, sure. The transfer window hasn't opened yet. Okay, Lommel SK chairperson looking to step aside. The chairperson of the debt-ridden Lommel SK, Harm van Veldhoven, could step down sooner rather than later, according to the Belgian Football Messenger. There's a rumor that Van Veldhoven is looking to relinquish control of the club, allowing another member of the board to take his place. Okay. Sports hernia. Jesus Christ. Well, uh, go. Preseason report Dender EH. Okay, sure. Transfer window is now opened. Lommel players contra. Responsibilities. This is not my responsibility. Apply recommended actions. So I know that the contracts of following Lommel staff members are set to expire. Instruct DOF to negotiate revival, renewal. Delegate negotiations. Fuck it. The transfer window for the Belgian clubs has started. Okay, the Lommel football informer's Nick Hilligsman has called with a question he would like to ask you. Want to respond? Transfer window is open once more, bringing with speculations over your plans for Lommel SK. Will there be any deals in the coming weeks? I'm always working to improve the squad, and some new signings are likely. Okay. I mean, he is a pretty important player. We'll appoint player as captain. Ah, mate. Okay, sure. Under 21's coach. No. Wage? You can top that to 2K. Loyalty bonus. I'll give you 13.5. Contract 2 years. Bring the Challenger Pro League. Say 4K to that one. Appearance fee. Say 150. Unused substitute fee. Let's say 60. And we're gonna remove that completely. See what it says to that. Far too away from my demands. Offering me a job I've requested will make these negotiations much. Okay, so he. Okay, appearance fee. Let's lower this to 250. Unused substitute. Let's lower that 70. Let's lower this to 10%, and I'll give him that fucking job. Sure. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Belshot Football Club Antwerpen are expected to make major moves during this transfer window with a reported interest in advanced forward Suleiman Ane. 24-year-old has been transferred by Excelsior Virton, and rumors are of a possible move to Olympic Stadion may not be far of the mark. I wish to inform the DRM that I've been able to proceed with their new contract as is attempting into contract talk with us. As involved is not interested in present time and it's only okay. Next. Okay, we have an offer here. Antwerp have made a non-negotiable offer worth initial 450,000 euros for Juho Talvitie. Subject to conditions, the transfer may eventually rise up to 700,000. So, okay. So additional, okay, the fee is 300. 75. Transfer date immediate. Installment 6 monthly. View offer. Before dealing with the offer for Yota, I'd like to walk through the process of negotiating a transfer. In the simplest terms, you must decide whether the fee offered is sufficient for you to be parted with a player. You adequately replace him. Will the club benefit further down the line from additional payments or from the fee being paid in installments? Are there clauses that could be more favorable to us? Remember, this is a negotiation, so you can respond in kind by trying to make the deal as attractive to us as possible. You may reject or accept the offer or suggest new terms to the club to begin a negotiation. If you would like to decide who is responsible for dealing with incoming offers for our players, I can make sure those decisions are actioned with immediate effect. I want to be responsible for all of that. Okay. Why can I not change any of this? Do you guys know? Why am I not able to... Why can I not suggest the terms? I'm just gonna accept it. Okay. Okay, I don't know, man. How would you go about improving squad? I've already talked about this. I'm gonna decline that. I really need to... Here we go, scouting. Okay. Let's see here. Wing back. You can go on the left. Amara Baby. 33 years old. Well, okay, but the recruitment focus is a defensive player, preferably on the left side. And there's only one player fitting into that category here. Well, I don't know. This guy is very good at finishing, acceleration. Jonah Usabute. History. Career stats. He's been playing for Kortrijk, Werder Bremen, Leuven, Mouscron. Okay, yeah, I know who he is now. How about this guy? Career stats, he's played for Eupen, Antwerp. Should we give this guy a chance? Approach the sign. My client is willing to enter into contract talks, but with their also being interested in services from elsewhere, we suggest you look to offer further incentives in order to make your offer the most appealing. Playing time, important player. Contract start date, immediate. We'll look to strengthen the following area of the first team squad. See taking reinforcements brought into strengthen the first team squad. Remove. Finalize. I can see you prefer to perform your business in a swift fashion. I'm happy to assert other preliminaries. Let's get into the details and aspect of my client's contract now. Okay, in line with our previous discussion, these are the terms my client is asking for in order to commit to your club. Okay. So we're gonna have to lower all of this. We'll remove that. We'll remove that. Appearance fee. We'll remove that. We're not allowed to exceed appearance bonus. Team of the year bonus, sure. Clean sheet bonus for an attacker, no. Suggest terms. It's the point that offering him the requested wage will go a long way. Okay, I cannot do that, so we're gonna walk away from this one. Well, we need a defensive. It's a central defender. Brent Lass, he's not worth that much though. This guy could not maybe be. He's a defender. Transfer, make an offer. I've actually, let's see here. Scouted players. There we go. Here are the players that I've scouted. What's this? Wanted. Wing back left. Amara Baby, that's the transfer that didn't go through. We have Paul Osev. We have Vitor Hugo. Maybe this guy could be. Wanted by STVV. Free agent. Offered trial. Let's go with 2 weeks. Yes. Scouted place, all scouted place, Payson Scouting Center. Oh my god. Overview. Okay, they are telling me to go for this guy. Sure. All of them are asking way too much moolah. Okay, the requested wage. Okay, 2K is the highest I can give him. Fuck! I don't understand how this game works, and it's a bit annoying. I have scouted a few players, but they're not here. These were not the players I scouted. Yeah, I'm not really... Transfers, wage budget available. Sure, we'll do something among those lines. Transfer targets. Transfer targets. Yes. And I can probably... suggest no plays have been found. Okay, on loan. There are a couple. So maybe we'll go for this guy. Make an offer. Let's give him a proper offer. He can be worth upwards toward 2.5 million. So maybe let's give them a mil. immediate. Additional clauses, loan back length, percentage of profit going to next sale, buyback price, friendly, sell players first. Loan back can be recalled from loan back, percentage of profits from next sale, percentage sale, buyback price. Yeah, buyback price. No, we're no. We're actually trying to buy this guy. Make offer. Yeah. Young PSV. Fede Leisen. Unknown. Okay. We'll just continue here. Okay, Vitor Hugo said to go on trial with Lommel SK. So we each joined the club. Deal can now be confirmed. Accept. Okay. No thanks if the club is going to change hands. It needs to receive improvement. Finley Burns. No, we're not. It's a good player. Okay, yeah, it's not really. Okay, what's this? I am circulating my client's name in an attempt to find him a club. Yeah, sure, but he's probably gonna want so much fucking money. Yeah, 5,000 per week. Are you off your head, pal? Remove, unused substitute, move, move. Just requested wage. Yeah, but I can't do that. I'm not able to do that. Even if I wanted to. So wage budget cost 5k per week, cost current season 18,000. So 2.7 is the highest I can go. Okay, how about I give you 3.5k and the signing on fee 25k? Yeah, okay. I tried. I mean, this guy is doing very well on training grounds. Okay. Went and Anderlecht has made offers. 130k, 185k. Gonna accept that one. Persuade to join. Out of all the bidding clubs, my client may become unsettled if he is not allowed to speak to at least one of Twente and Anderlecht. Sure. Talk to both of them. Why not? Spezia accept friendly proposal. 3rd of August, okay. Oh, the offer of Flynn. See here. After league appearances, 50 games, 200k. How about we lower this to 150k? 40%. I can give you 30. Make offer. I think we're gonna end the stream right there, guys. We've been going on now for 3 hours. This is one of my longest streams ever because I'm so like into this game. I just want to keep going and going and going. But I really need to take it a little bit easier now. We've come a far long way, but there's still so much to this game that I need to learn about. So I'm gonna try and look at YouTube videos and stuff about the game and try and learn like how to sign players, where my scouted players go, and like stuff like that. Try and learn more and more as we go forwards. I don't really know how we leave the game. I I want to leave the game. How the fuck do I do that? Options. Save game. Go. And quit game and exit. Okay, there we are. Thank you so much to everyone who has been watching me today. I am not gonna have that up since it's like a bit laggy. I'm thinking of switching back to my old camera. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you guys in my next video or my next stream. It's Friday tomorrow. I will probably stream tomorrow, even though it is Friday, because I love this game. But I also want to learn a lot more about it. So I'm gonna try to look through some videos today and see what I can catch up on. And I will see you guys in my next stream. Take care and peace.